Well, it's Friday. Normally I would be heading down towards the beach house at Trinity Beach, but today I'm heading up to the Kawara shops because we did our little beach house get together yesterday. So that was good. It's just basically because Steve and Yvonne have different hours with Bunnings, and it's the only time they could squeeze it in this week. So yeah, it was good to see off Alan and his missus, who were going overseas on Monday, so that was good. So today it's quite warm. It's about another day where it's about 28 degrees. A bit of a breeze, thank God, so it's not too bad, just because of the sunlight on it. I'm glad I didn't take the e-bike because it is a bit breezy, and I'll probably hit a bit more traffic this time of day. It's about 3:30, so probably good to walk, and it's good for the back. Just takes a bit longer, no big deal. Because I had problems putting orders through for the Klinsky and gin, I'll have to go and just buy it at the bottle shop. I hope First Choice have another sale on, a 10% sale. That's a good idea. I could do a Liquorland one today and just get the get some rum. I think I had to spend about $1.25 to get free delivery, and 3 bottles of Sailor Jerry would certainly cover that without any problems. So because I don't know if it's going to work, because that software, the virus software I've got on, may prevent me from purchasing from it. I know they're specifically to do with First Choice or Liquorland. They're the same company, so they might use the same software, but I might try it out. Yeah, a little frustrating. I thought I'd successfully put the order through on Wednesday. It just didn't happen. Today I had a bit more success in that I've finally got my net bank access, but I did find an additional missing amount of income, and that's I didn't get my dividends for Coles. It should have been in late September. I got both. The biggest ones are the Telstra and CBA dibs, and I got those, so that's good. But still over, I think it's about $700 or so that I missed out from Coles. So it all helps, and I certainly can't afford to let that go. I'll just have to chase it up with CBA again, so it's just the saga continues, I guess. Whether I need to go into the branch, I don't know if I really do. I could probably ring ComSec, so we'll just see. But so at least I got onto my net banking and found out this information, so I've got full access again with CBA, which is good. ANZ, not so good. We'll just see what happens next week and see if there's anybody who actually gives us stuff and wants to get me back online. I've got my doubts. But anyway, so that one's out of the way. And the other thing I tried to do today is transfer my telephone to Moose Mobile, and I filled in the transfer request. But what they have to do is get back to me with an SMS message to prove that I'm on this particular phone number. And that's part of the new legal requirements, which is fair enough. Unfortunately, I have a bit of trouble getting SMSs. The password SMS from CommBank took a while to come through. I got it today because it's the next day anyway, so it's not an issue. I've still got a few days to go. It's not like it's a 30-day plan I've got with them, so it won't cut out until probably next Wednesday, so I've got plenty of time. I thought I'd get in a little early just in case there were problems, but they did say it can take 1 to 4 hours to get the SMS. and that was about midday, so we're getting close to 4 hours now and I haven't received an SMS from them. They acknowledged I put the activation request in, but it hasn't come through my phone yet, and that could just simply be something to do with me being on the Telstra network here, which isn't as good as Optus apparently. So we'll see. But I'll go up to the shops. I'll be back before 5. I don't even know if I can probably do this outside business hours anyway. And they are open again on Saturday. They're closed on Sunday, but they are open Saturday. So I can get on to Moose if I have to, just to chase this up. Once that happens, then they should be able to activate. Well, they said they're going to be able to activate my SIM card in 24 hours, but I still think I have to have the SMS. That appears to be the security check that they have to establish that it is my phone. So we'll see. But fingers crossed it goes smoothly, and I've got a permanent new mobile company looking after me. And it's a lot more accessible customer service wise than the likes of Aldi Mobile. So that'll be a good thing. And I think I might have to contact the telecommunications ombudsman about them, because I just haven't heard anything from Aldi Mobile about the situation with that old number that's just got frozen. It's going to be messy clearing all this stuff up. There's going to be little niggling bits and pieces. And I think maybe, I may be wrong here, I'll double check this, but I'll see what Coles may well be with Computer Share. And if that's the case, I've got a few shares there that will also have to be checked what the account numbers are. The thing is, I thought that I got attacked before the cut-off date, or after the cut-off date for the going ex-dividend, so it shouldn't have been an issue. I don't know why the money's not there, unless it's in some other account I haven't been able to find. It might be something simple like that, but I can't see it anywhere. I don't think it's gone in to the CBA account. I can see all the calculations they've made. I had to sort of get rid of fees that they were charging me for not paying the mortgage and whatever, because I didn't have access to my account. So there's a whole lot of work involved for the bank. I sort of, I don't think they enjoy it much either. But yeah, I'd like to track down this dividend. I might go back in the account and just double check that. But anyway, it's pretty easy getting. I'm using the same account number for NetBank, and it does link to ComSec, so I can do all the banking I did in the past exactly the same way, except I'll do it on one dedicated computer this time to just protect myself a bit more. And that's a computer that's been totally washed by the local IT guy here. Anyway, whew. The main thing is that my mortgage is now back. The outstanding mortgage is about $1,500. I don't know, I thought it might have been 1.3, but I might be wrong on that one, but certainly a lot better than 20, which is what they told me had happened. So that was a bit of a shock. That was the big one. So that has been reduced again down to what it should be. Having the mortgage does provide me with that extra protection from people selling up your property, taking the title because they're using my ID. And it's easier if the person like myself actually owns the property outright without any mortgages hanging over it. This way they have to go through CBA, and they're not going to get anywhere with them at the moment. They know they'll be keeping, I'm sure they've marked my record now, given all the crap that's happened. Well, I've got some positive things to say, because I've been going on about all the crap I've had to go through with the cyber stuff. But today we've had a positive sign that they finally got that section of the bike trail bridge we're lowering it onto the ground. It's it leads into the main span up on the north side. So that's good. So they had the big crane just lowering it down, and Steve took a photo and sent it through to me. So just about midway through today, I think, or late morning, that's when it took place. So hopefully it means we're getting very close to having a working trail bridge and the connection between Kawara and our cousin on the other side of the creek, the deep creek, will be joined, and we can actually go for bike rides all the way up to Palm Code if need be. So yeah, that's good news. They haven't been stuffing around with it. They took a long time to do the Miami Road connection, and I think there's a bit of rorting happening there. But it looks as though they've pulled their finger out on this project, and they're going to try to get it completed before Christmas, and that'd be great. Because I'm not going anywhere, because my travel plans have been shattered this year. So I'll be around here, and it'll be the perfect route for an e-bike. So looking forward to that. I'm heading down to one of my rare walks to the beach. Should do it more often. I think I got an email from ANZ yesterday, and unfortunately looks like they're going to play hard ass on this PayPal payment of $500 to my old credit card. They say that it's a valid transaction. Well, the transaction may be valid because they actually hijacked my identity, so it looks valid, but I'm still a victim of identity theft, and that was never, that transaction that took place the day it all fell apart, which is on the 28th of August, was not initiated by me. As a matter of fact, they sent an attachment, and on top of the $500 transaction, there was a $700 transaction after that, and so they were trying to milk even more money out of me, and I think that must have been the one that put me over my card limit, and that's when they put a freeze on it. And thank God I had a small limit on the card. The attitude of CommBank compared to ANZ differs quite markedly, and ANZ just are real hard asses, and they're not easy to deal with as well on a customer service level. And where at least CommBank, the people at the Smithfield branch have been really good. I've got no complaints at all about them specifically. So I think I go back there tomorrow, because I've got to just mention this other stuff, and I've got to go to the ANZ in the city tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to because it's always a painful experience. I still haven't got access to my online account. Anyway, it's a beautiful day today. It's nice living here. I don't know why I'm getting so upset about this, because in the scheme of things, the 500, sure, it's not nice to have that debited, but the major problem for me was, well, twofold, and it was with CBA. It was like they sold off my Coles shares, and on top of that, put an extra 20 grand on my mortgage, and that's been sorted. So the main stuff has been sorted. I have full access to my CommBank accounts now, but of course I still don't have access to ANZ because they've just given me this 13 number that I can't get through to a live operator on to try to get things resolved. It's just not good enough, really. Anyway, near the beach, and a nice cool breeze. It was fairly warm the last few days, but it's cooled down again. We had a bit of rain, and that took the edge off things, and it's very pleasant again. Quite windy, that's the only thing. You could probably notice that with the microphone. So anyway, we're heading down to familiar territory, and I'm hoping to see some progress on the bike track. So I've got my sandals on, so I'll walk down the beach and we'll check it out. I've got pretty high tides at the moment and quite windy. Gee, the water's lapping at my feet. It's coming in a bit. Yes, interested to see what sort of progress has been made. Nothing at this end. I haven't done anything with the path. I've just actually made a more sturdy fence to prevent people getting inside. That's the only change. So hopefully more progress has been made with the main span of the trail bridge. Well, I think that's the missing span that's just been laid down compared to the main concrete span just there. And there's Deep Creek itself, so yeah, pretty well all done, but they haven't done anything with the surface by the looks of things. You've got a few, well, they may need to pour more concrete or something there too, I'm not sure. But it certainly doesn't look super tidy yet. So there's a bit of work to be done, but that's the section that they were lowering the other day. Pretty sure of that. So that would take you pretty well to Clifton Beach along that section. Yep, almost there. Not long to go at all. That's just the end of it just there, and it takes you to where the road is. So pretty well finished, the main span, but I'd say there's a bit of work to be done yet to make it a functional trail bridge. Still, it's progress. Here's Double Island. Apparently there's still problems with the guy who's the caretaker. There they've got a dream job and they don't want to leave, and the state government isn't happy about the situation, I don't think, and they want to get rid of them because it's a bit of an eyesore. It's been left to rack and ruin apparently. So it's a shame, because it would be a great asset for the area if it could be fixed up and locals could go there, because it's quite close to the beach. Wouldn't take long to get across there at all. I'm just heading off to Cairns and catching the local bus. It's Thursday. I was meant to do this trip yesterday, but I had such a lousy night's sleep and didn't feel great after drinking the last of my gin. I didn't have an excessive amount, I didn't think, but I had an alcohol-free day yesterday and I feel better for it, and I took a sleeping pills. I still woke up about 2:30 in the morning and sort of just dozed after that, but I still feel a hell of a lot better than I did yesterday. Got to go to the ANZ Bank, which I really don't look forward to, because they're not very user friendly. I don't think they really like customers much. I really would love to travel, although now I'm worried about it, because any trip I go on, I'm wondering, is my credit card going to be valid while I'm away? Because this sort of crap could happen while I'm away. I guess they could still hack into my laptop, for instance. I don't know, it makes it difficult. And getting older, you're more conservative, you're less likely to take risks in any case. So I don't feel particularly thrilled with the idea of travel right now, although I do need it because it's very stimulating. Different cultures, different food, different people you meet. It's a good thing to do, but I'm not super inclined. The other thing today is it's going to be Banks Day, so it's not going to be a pleasant day. So that's why there's no way I was going to do it yesterday, where I was feeling a bit under the weather. I've got to go to the CBA, and I'm going to, rather than go to the one in the city, I'm going to go to the Smithfield one, because the staff there seem to be pretty good. At the moment I need a bit of continuity actually. It's nice to get the mobile sorted out, that's a real relief. Now I've got a long-term carrier, and it does seem to be a better signal. I don't have those delays with SMSs, with mouse mobile, which is going through the Optus network up here. Definitely a stronger signal, so it's a good move. And the most it's going to cost me is $15 a month, which is a lot for me, but not much for most people. I know they spend a lot more on their telephony, so it'll be good to be able to make calls when I feel like it. Like I did yesterday, I rang up Computershare because I hadn't received those dividends, and they're a share registry in Melbourne, and at least I got things clarified with them. They hadn't made any changes to my to the bank details, and I got letters saying that the bank details had changed for the TPG shares in late September, yet I hadn't received the dividends. So I don't know why that is, because I now have access to my CommBank accounts. Anyway, it's all relative. I had a friend who actually got scammed out of $100,000, so my financial woes are quite minor in comparison. Oh, I got a laugh too. I checked out went onto the home loan page and just gave an estimate of the value of my property, and they came up with some ludicrous figure like 800,000, which is just BS. There's no way it would go for that. Be close. If you shaved a couple $100,000 off it, you'd probably be closer to the real figure. So my faith in their estimation, the valuations they give on properties is gone. Maybe just the whole whole net banking page is just basically stuffed at the moment. Needs a bit of work on it, because I've still got the old international account, which I never asked for, which I'm worried that the hackers use. That's showing up on the page, so that's another issue I've got to bring up today when I go to the bank. So fun and games today, and I get to vote in the referendum. I don't have to go all to the I should be able to do a pre-vote this morning, so get that out of the way and get some shopping done. That's about it. And tomorrow we'll be back. It'll be the pub day, which will be good. Looking forward to the social gathering tomorrow. I could do with it. Right, well, I actually did pretty well with the ANZ. Spoke to a girl called Sophie. She didn't know what she's saying, came up with a totally different strategy for me to get online with ANZ. Basically register as a new person. Yeah, so fine. I'll do that, and hopefully it'll all go well, but I've got to do it by 2 o'clock this Arvo, so I'm on the clock. And yeah, I'll basically a bit of a rush, because I just did the voting then for the referendum. I noticed all the placards out the front, just like that. Every one of them saying yes. So much for any balance when it comes to the people spruiking outside the polling booth. Talk about pushing it hard. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, and I'll have a suspicion from what I've read in the media or see in the media. They've got Buckley's chance. They usually do have Buckley's chances with these things anyway, because it has to be a majority. I think a majority of states and people or whatever. The criteria is pretty strict anyway for it, because it's a constitutional change. It's a big deal. At least the ANZ thing went much smoother than I expected. And I'll be back in Smithfield mid-morning, which means I'll have plenty of time to register before 2 o'clock online for ANZ. So that's good. You know it's a bad sign when you turn up to a bus shelter and it's empty. And that's what happened just now. I turned up at 11:12. The bus was due at 11:11, and they must have turned up exactly on time or early, because there's no one there. There was no one here, and there's no one here now. And yeah, I've had a not such fabulous day with bus timetables, but at least the ANZ thing might be a big breakthrough. So hopefully I'll catch up when I get to the shops. and there'll be a bus waiting, but no guarantee with that. It's touch and go. So fingers crossed, otherwise I'll get myself a bit of exercise, not a bad thing. It's a bit of a heavy pack, but it's not too bad. And it is quite a nice day. So, could have worked out worse. And I'll certainly get home in plenty of time to register the new CRN number for the ANZ. And hopefully finally be online there, which will be rather nice. Yeah, I think the level of training at the ANZ branch varies a lot between the people you see, and that's not good, because this Sophie girl seemed to be pretty switched on today. She seemed to know what she was doing. She even gave me a contact number to call her before too if there's any issues. So she was very proactive. So you know, it's like all these big organisations get good and bad operators, and she seemed to be pretty cluey. And no one else had mentioned anything like what she mentioned to me. So it looks to me as if she knew what was going on and the others were just guessing. Probably just a little after 12 o'clock, so I've got a couple of hours window to do this login. But I'll do it straight away and get myself a coffee to boot. Have my morning coffee around midday. I can handle that. So that will be very good, because I was quite pessimistic about the ANZ trip today, and luckily it worked out all right. I still had this crazy greeting guy. I don't know what his product knowledge is like, but he's sort of like he's their PR guy. But I don't know if he's really necessary. But I was grumpy. I wasn't. Yeah, I'm sure he thought I was a bit of a grouch. But I was very happy that Sophie was able to sort me out, so that was good. Because the last thing I wanted was going through protracted phone calls with the ANZ. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.